This is what unattractive people do. And now you might be thinking, Erica, it's not my fault that I'm unattractive. I was born this way. I didn't win at the gene pool, so screw you. No, 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 no. Attraction is something very different than what you might be thinking. So I want to get us on the same page about what I'm talking about here. You see, just because someone is really good looking doesn't actually make them super attractive. I've seen really good looking men and women get put in the friend zone. I've seen really good looking men and women get cheated on in their marriages because the partner's no longer attracted to them. And there's something that happens inside of a person that makes them unattractive. Now, I'll tell you a little story. I have some friends of mine, and this guy, my girlfriend was beautiful, 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 beautiful girl, but the guy that she chose was not so good looking. But he was super attractive to her. And I'll tell you what made him attractive. What made him attractive was this dude was really comfortable in his skin. He was quirky, he was funny, he was interested in lots of things and was very an interesting person. But also he wasn't a wimp. Like he would say like that person's annoying, or you're like, oh my god, you're not supposed to say that, but he would say that, or he would say, I want this. And so I'll never forget him saying like, even when it was like going to pick out like her ring, he was like, I picked out the ring that I thought was best for her. And he was like, I think it's so wimpy of guys, and they're like, what kind of ring do you want? Which I know if a woman's watching and she's like, I want the ring that I want. But the point of the matter is, was he was his own man and he did his own thing. And because he was true to himself and because he wasn't worried about stepping on people's toes, in fact, he consistently stepped on people's toes. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you said that. You can't say that. And he's like, yeah, I can. I just did. I just said it. It's like that raw freedom and courage to like just be who he was, that actually made him attractive. So this is what makes you unattractive, is when you go through life trying to people please everyone. It actually is a huge, 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 huge turn off because you're just trying to fit in. And if you think about anyone that we really admire, think about people that you're mesmerized with on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever. The people that you're mesmerized with are the people who have given themselves permission slips to be who the F they are, right? They're not worried about like, oh my God, if I post this, is this gonna piss somebody off? Oh my God, am I gonna get canceled? They don't care. They are not out to please everybody else. What they are out to do is to make sure that they are being true to themselves. But too many times when people start dating, they forget this. They forget who they are. They forget about like how they want to show up in this world. And instead, they try to make everybody else happy. I'll never forget when I first started off as a dating and relationship coach, that I remember I would get guy clients that would come to me and they would say these things to me. Well, when should I kiss a girl? When should I ask for her phone number? And I'm like, it's that same damn energy why women aren't attracted to you. It's why you and I are coaching right now, because you're too worried about doing the right thing to make the other person happy, hence people pleaser. And that's turning people off. When do you go in for the kiss? When you freaking feel it. When do you ask for their phone number? When you damn want to. And it's like when someone shows up with that raw courage, that raw energy of like, I'm just going to show up in life and I'm going to show up as me. I'm going to do the things that I want to do and that feel right. And then it's your responsibility. If you don't like it, then you can tell me to back it up. But I got to be me and I got to show up as me. But the people pleaser won't do that. And when you don't do that, it turns people off. It makes you super unattractive when you're constantly going through life trying to make everybody else happy. It's not how the world works. It's not how we're wired. We're not supposed to make everybody else happy. We're not all supposed to just completely agree with one another and just kumbaya. No, the beauty of life is there's resistance, there's living, there's dying, there's growing, there's, you watch nature. It's like, it's not just kumbaya. Like trees die, lions eat hyenas. Like it's raw. It's a wild world out there. But with people pleasers, it's just like, I'm just going to keep the peace. I'm just going to make everybody happy and everything's going to be fine. And it's like, no, that's not life. Life is not just fine, but there's friction, there's challenge, there's resistance. But the people pleaser doesn't want to show up that way because they're terrified. They're terrified that they're going to get rejected. They're terrified that they're never going to get the love that they want. And so they keep playing this game of just trying to please everyone, but they never win. It's like a never ending game where they just can't win, but they get the same consistent result as never being loved for who they are, never being desired. No one's ever really attracted to them. No one's calling them for the second date. No one's going, hey, I want to hump you through the night. Like that's just not happening for them because they're always worried about not rocking the boat. Guess what? Boats get rocked. You put them on the sea is wild. The wind comes, the rain comes, the moon shifts, the tides rise, like things happen. This is life. We're not all that fragile. But just because you as a people pleaser, you might feel fragile on the inside, you think that the rest of the world is just as fragile as you feel. And I'm telling you that that is just not the truth. You have to embrace that one, you're not as fragile as you think. You're much stronger than you realize. And by you showing up in strength and taking risk, that's actually what's going to make you more attractive to the opposite sex, to your wife, to your partner. And if you don't believe me, then watch this video that says why boundaries make you attractive. Here's the thing. When we have boundaries, when we say like, I'm not living my life for you. Like, whoa, I don't know where you got that memo that like, I'm supposed to do my life to make you happy. Like whoever gave you that memo, they're fired. We're letting them go because it's not my job to make you happy. And if that's the perception that you're under, I'm here to disrupt that. That's not how this works. When you show up with that kind of raw energy, people are like, whoa, where did this come from? I made a joke about this in one of my live videos about Cardi B, the singer, the rapper. You may know her, you may not know her. I love her because she gives zero shit. She just is who she is. And guess what? People can't get enough of her. They like that fire. They like that rawness. They like that realness. But when you're a people pleaser, it makes you super unattractive because people know that that's not real. They can sniff through your fakeness and go, you trying to people please? Like, what's up? Like, what kind of agenda? What kind of rabbit trick are you trying to pull on me? Because you're not being real and authentic with me. And so better boundaries is what's going to change the game. And if you need support with that, hey, get your hands on my new boundaries program. This is going to change the game and teach you practically how to start changing this in your life so that you can become more attractive, so that you can have the courage with the right tools to show up as a real you. But at the end of the day, like people respect people who have the courage to rock the boat, who have the courage to say the things that they're sometimes not supposed to say. The ones who are a little odd and off, you're just like, wow, that person's quirky, but they're them. But playing it safe by people pleasing, actually, here's the real honest truth. You're not playing it safe. And this is why, because as human beings, we're made to be loved. And when we're made to be loved, pay attention. The truth is, we're made to be loved for who we really are. But when you are constantly pleasing other people, no one knows who you are. All they know is this image who shows up of someone who's super nice, who's just trying to make everyone happy. But deep down in their core, they know that that's not real. And people honestly get suspicious of you. I know for me, when someone's constantly people pleasing, I'm like, what are they hiding? What did they not have the courage? Like, where's their lack of courage? What's going on in them that's stifling who they really are? Like, something is up here. Not always that they're a bad person, but like, what demons are they running from that's keeping them held in this position of, I just got to show up to please people? Like, something's not right here. And so people inherently aren't going to trust you. And if people can't trust you, then they're never going to have intimacy with you. They're never going to go to the next level with you because inherently they feel that something's not right. And so this is what's making you unattractive. This is what unattractive people do. They go through life trying to please everyone else because they don't feel like they have anything of value or anything of worth, which is why you got to get that boundaries program to start understanding why you're actually worthy and why you got to stand up for your value and for your worth. And that when you do that, that in itself is what makes you innately attractive. So guys, Listen, I want to know in the comment section, like, have you struggled with people pleasing? And if so, do you feel like it's failing you? I want you to be really honest with me. You're like, no, I'm quite comfortable being the people pleaser. Then be honest, share your truth. That's where you are. Okay, I want to hear it. Tell me in the comment section. Now, I want you to watch this video that says, you're not nice, you're a people pleaser. I know it sounds harsh, but watch it right now because I promise you that this video is going to change the way you think and inherently will change your life. I love you. See you soon.